YouTube, this is Game on Cloud 9 here, and this is my High School of the Dead review. I know I said it was going to come out like maybe a couple weeks ago, and I know it took me a long time to get this out. And actually, a few days ago, I actually recorded this, but it didn't turn out right. The recording, like the angles were off and everything, so I had to re-record this. So I'm just going to say what I said before in the first recording. Please, if you do not like this video, let me know, because this is my first review of an entire series, and I know it may not be the best. I'm hoping that you guys really enjoy this. But if you do not enjoy this, if you think the way I'm talking in the review is messed up, if you want me to cover more, let me know. If you do like this, please remember to like it. But if you don't like this, if there's something wrong with it, if you think that this was just a terrible review and I need to do better work on my, like as far as like series reviews go, if you think I need to do better work, then please let me know. Put down in the comments, dislike the video. I really want to get real feedback from you guys so that I can make sure I improve my videos the best that I can to the best of my ability. But anyway, I'm just going to go and straight into the review. High School of the Dead, if I were to give it a rating as far as a series goes from maybe like 1 to 10, I would say a 9 out of 10. I think it was a really good series. I felt like it had awesome character development, especially to be 12 episodes. And just to let you guys know, I'm doing a review of the anime. I've never read the manga, have no knowledge of what goes on in the manga, so this is all purely off of my anime knowledge. So if there's anything extra that maybe, happens in the manga, at least you know why I may not know of it, or, maybe if there's differences, why I'm talking about something totally different. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. But yeah, overall, High School of the Dead, I think it's a solid series, very entertaining, and I don't really get into a lot of short series like that. I'm more in the long series. That's why you see me talking about Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece all the time. And there are other animes that I do watch, of course. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. High School of the Dead, yes, it's a good series, great character development, awesome action. I love the action, plenty of blood, plenty of explosions, all that kind of stuff that a lot of people like to see. So if I were to actually suggest somebody an action anime, it definitely would be on that list because it is an apocalypse. It starts off with us seeing like with the zombie basically entering the school, biting a teacher, and it just spreads throughout the school. And we find out later on in the story that it's spread all over the world, that people are infected with this disease. And these high schoolers, of course, that we see when it is, filled into the high school, most of them end up just like becoming zombies. But select few, which are the main characters: Takashi, Tagagi, Rei, Hirono, Psycho. I can't remember what the nurse's name is, but her. They basically end up having to, step up to the plate, escape the school, and try to survive. So you see over these 12 episodes them make some, major changes. Maybe not all of them, but a few of them really do make some changes. You learn a little bit about them, their backstories. Like, it starts off, of course, with this character named Hisashi. He's like the best friend of Takashi and Rei, and I believe he was actually going out with Rei. Hisashi was going out with Rei, but Takashi used to go out with Rei before, or something like that. So anyway, Takashi and Rei and Hisashi, they end up running up to this rooftop, but in the process, because Hisashi was like the leader, Hisashi ends up getting bitten, and basically they build up a barricade, but then he starts turning into a zombie. So we see Takashi have to step up to the plate and have to kill his best friend. I feel like that was really the beginning of seeing changes in him. Yes, you may not really seen it right then and there, because you could tell he didn't really want to do it. He was in shock. Hisashi kept telling him, "Kill me, Takashi, come on, you gotta do it." And he really didn't want to do it, but he ended up doing it because he had to. But later on, we end up seeing, this is maybe towards the end, when we see like him and Psycho together, and they have a little thing going on where they're like, I forget exactly what was going on. I think they were trying to set some kind of trap up or something. They were trying to get rid of some of the zombies. But anyway, they end up being in this temple, And when we hear a little bit more about Psycho, and if anybody for whatever reason forgot about Psycho, Psycho's the girl with the purple hair, and she always has the sword. She ends up talking about her backstory about how before the whole zombie apocalypse started, and how she wanted to kill the ended up killing some guy on the street who tried to rape her, and she actually ended up liking killing the guy, like killing people. She really enjoyed killing people, and how, she kind of felt sick from, like she couldn't stand how she loved to kill and how she loved to, just, chop a dude's head off. I mean, that's basically, her whole story, and Takashi understood how she felt. And I felt like that was a major turning point for Takashi, because if you look at the Takashi in the beginning and how he didn't want to hurt his friend. Now he's like, oh yeah, I'll cut a zombie's head off, it was no problem to him. So, that was, major character development as far as for him as the, as the main character. Not only that, but you see a thing going on with him and Ray and him and Psycho. And actually, I've even thought about doing like a little anime pairing thing, because I've only made one anime pairing video, and I thought about doing it like, who do you guys think Takashi should be with, Ray or Psycho? Because honestly, if I were to actually say who I think something, even though Psycho is kind of crazy, I think like Ray just seems like an annoying girl, because she never can make up her mind in a sense, and she's always comparing Takashi to Hisashi. So I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe, he should be with Psycho, because, it's kind of, I don't know, it just would make more sense to me, because he's, known Ray and all that kind of stuff, and since he's known Ray so long, and, it kind of reminds me of a typical teenage relationship where people get together, break up, that kind of thing. So that's why I think we should get with Psycho. But, yeah, I mean, Takashi, good character. Ray, like I just said, she was annoying, but there was a little interesting story with her and this teacher. I'm going to say he's like kind of like a pedophile. So I guess I'm just going to refer to him as the pedo teacher, because I cannot remember his name. But the pedo teacher, I felt like with that whole backstory between them, him and Ray, I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it was kind of dull. I wasn't really feeling the whole story and the emotion, because she ended up wanting to kill him and stuff. So that didn't really touch me. It was just kind of like, I don't know, just, I don't know. I kind of feel like they could have left that out. But, who else? Hirono. Hirono was also a pretty cool character, because we saw how, like, he was, in a sense, kind of crazy, too. He picked up his started off with a nail gun, and he would fire, these nails into all the zombies' heads, and he ended up getting real guns, and we found out a little bit about how he ended up learning from some guy at some kind of, gun training camp or something, how to use guns, and he has like the best shot out of everybody. And before the whole zombie apocalypse, he didn't really have anything as far as, people noticed him for, and this is what felt like his thing. The zombie apocalypse really turned him into somebody. So that was something that, I felt like, to show all this kind of stuff within 12 episodes, to get development for him, like Hirono, which, I really think is a really cool character, and I felt like, I could probably relate to him a little bit in a sense. But him and, Psycho, of course, because she's, I don't know, she didn't really make any changes, but she pretty much stayed the same, girl cutting up stuff and, doing whatever. But to learn a little bit about her, learn a little bit about Ray, Takashi, and I'm also forgetting about Takagi. Takagi, we also learn about her as well. She has, her parent, she's supposed to be like a rich girl with, she's like a super genius, and she knows all this kind of stuff, and she thinks she's better than a lot of people. And, it's kind of funny, she actually seems like the most useless to me out of the group, because everybody else is fighting while she's usually on the sidelines. She'll maybe do something, but it's not really much of anything. Even though she's the smartest, she can, when it comes down to knowing something, yes, she's helpful on that end, but in a lot of other ways, she's really not that helpful at all. I don't know, but yeah, her backstory, we learn about her and her parents. I guess her parents were away a lot, and she, they didn't really bother with her a lot, and she didn't really like her parents. And that's kind of the ironic thing about her, because we end up seeing a lot of, we don't end up seeing a lot of the other people's parents, but we end up seeing her parents. You know, and I guess in a sense it was kind of needed for her since she does hold that towards her parents. And, you know, we needed this to actually see, I mean, she was happy to see, I believe, her mom when her mom came to rescue them. But then at the same time, you see later on that she really doesn't, like how they are. So I don't know. I mean, overall, I like what her parents did in the end, how you ended up seeing them making that sacrifice. So even though they weren't there that much, they still did care about their daughter. What else? Trying to make sure I cover everything. Oh yeah, and the nurse. The nurse, she was probably, she is probably the most useless character in the story because she was just there just to have big tits, walk around, and look nice. I mean, I'm serious because what did she do that was special in this whole? I mean, only thing maybe is that she had a friend where she had a place where it had all these guns, and even with her friend, I don't know how the manga is. But her friend, we didn't even get a chance to really learn anything about her. I mean, all she was on this special island, I believe. And I thought they were going to end up going to this island and we were going to maybe learn a little bit more about her friend. And maybe her friend was going to end up having some kind of plan so that they could survive this whole apocalypse. But that didn't happen. And, that really did disappoint me, especially since it's only 12 episodes. I mean, I kind of thought about it maybe towards episode 10 when I was watching it. I was thinking okay, how are they gonna be able to cover her and a lot of other things within 2 episodes, but and they didn't, of course. So I didn't really like the ending of High School of the Dead in the sense that it had one of those type of endings where everybody's just running off into the sunset and you just have to trust everything's gonna be okay. That's the only thing about it. I mean, it was okay ending, but overall I did enjoy the story, and like I said, and I probably said this a million times in this video, thanks for watching, guys. Please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.